gang, man. I know y'all miss me. What's been going on? Drop a like when you enter the room, into the chat. Also, let me know where you're from, man. I'm gonna give y'all a shout out, man. I like to give everybody shots out early in the video, man, because you know everybody gonna watch the first video. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, when you jump in the chat, let me know where you're from. So, rep your city, rep your hood. Know y'all miss your boy. Listen, check this out. Shout out to my moderators, Dream Dog, Sophisticated Nunu, Battalion Bully, the Chicks 1000, aka Chick 1K. You in Cali, Chick? I see you, Chick. I see you. I came around the block and I still see you. Shout out Stacks Marley, Rockford, Indiana, Illinois in the building. Also shout out to Nephew for real. Shout out to my boy Spoonful of Gang. Go subscribe to this channel. If you ain't gonna subscribe, Spoonful of channel for your Melly case updates. I don't know what you doing. You got to be asleep. Y'all ain't paid attention. My boy Spoon finna go on King AK-47. And he got a lot of other things behind the scenes that I could tell you about, but I can't tell you about right now because you never tell what you're doing before you do it. You just make silent moves. And my boy got silent moves going on. And I want to say thank you to those of you who went and subscribed to Spoons Full of Game channel. He appreciates you. I appreciate you. I see y'all over there. I go through his comments. I check out who fucking with him, who vibing with him. And I appreciate y'all, man. What's up, chick? What's up, Bobby Fish? What's up, Ulysses Ramirez? What up, Trife One, San Diego in the building? Call Dago. Like my boy say, call Dago. Straight up, San Diego in the building. West Coast for sure. Shout out to my boy Audio Crack 22. You know what I'm talking about? That's my family though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, man. Without Audio Crack 22, man, I'm telling you, man, I don't know where I'd be. For real, for real. Shout out Amp Plug Channel. What's up, Amp? I fucks with you, bro. What's up, Andre Gardner? Hit that like button on the way in, y'all. Listen, we got a little stuff to talk about. But listen, I'm gonna just hit this real quick. Shout out Guy Fishing, North Miami in the building. Straight up. Shout out to Florida boys. Straight up, though. Straight up, though. For real. Hey, look, check it out. I want to hit on this real quick. So, shout out Mr. Magoo, Birmingham, UK up in there. Straight up. We got the United Kingdom up in this bit. Straight up, though. I fucks with it. Shout out to Big. Yo, what's up? Hey, look, so, man, I apologize for this weekend, but my son had a gender reveal. Also, we did a Remembrance Day for his mama. So the gender reveal was on Saturday, and the Remembrance Day was on Sunday. So I just was out of town this whole weekend, chilling with my kids. And if you kind of know my story, I'm going to just give y'all a backstory on my story, right? So I moved away. I moved to Indianapolis like 2.5 years ago, right? Moved over with a girl or whatever, you know, we ended up having a baby, but it didn't work out. So I ended up coming back, you know what I'm saying, to Florida, right? But before I came back, my kid's mother died. You see what I'm saying? My kid's mother died when my daughter was 19. She died last year. And my son had just graduated high school. He had just turned 18. I'm talking about she died a month before he graduated, actually. You see what I'm saying? So I had not been able to be with my kids for that long a period of time. I came back for my son's birthday once, but I'm saying his mom was living. But I'm saying since his mama had passed, I had not been back with my children. You see what I'm saying? I didn't go to a funeral or anything because at that time, my finances was kind of strained. I had money, but I only had enough money in order to pay my bills. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, excuse me. And she died all of a sudden. So I had a choice to make. Whether do I fly back to Orlando and go to the funeral or whatever, and then when I get back to Indiana, I had no money to pay my bills. You see what I'm saying? So I had to make an executive decision. I apologized to the kids and all of that type of stuff, and I ended up missing her funeral, which was something that I probably regret for the rest of my life. So I ended up paying my bills or whatever, and, you know, carried on. So when I ended up leaving Indianapolis, this is the first time I ever got a chance to be with my children since then. You see what I'm saying? So it was fun, man. Hey, Melanie, it was fun, man. It was fun, man, to be with my kids. All of them doing well. And my baby mama got a daughter older than my kids, but I raised her too until she was like 10. So she got 3 kids. She actually had 4 because we had 3, but one of them she had a stillborn. So she would have had 4 kids, but she ended up only having 3 that's alive. You see what I'm saying? She got a daughter, then she got my daughter, then she got my son. So I got 2 kids from, well, I got 3 kids from her actually. But one of them was a stillborn. But it was fun being with my kids, man. Listen, man, they done growed up. They all got cars. They all doing well. My son, he got a little girl on the way. He got a beautiful girlfriend. I mean, I had fun, man. I had fun with my children rented a 6-bedroom Airbnb. They did it on their own. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was just amazing to see my kids growing up and sticking together and actually handling business. You know what I mean? It was a great evening. They had decorators, they had DJs, they had a chef, they had 2 different decorators. The day of the gender reveal, they had a decorator decorated for the gender reveal, and then the next day they had another decorator decorated for the Remembrance Day. And they had DJs both days. They had a cameraman. They had Kodak Black cameraman there. Shit, I don't know if y'all know Pootie, the rapper from Orlando. His children was there. Like, I think Glock 9 little child was supposed to come, but she didn't end up coming. Like, it was a nice evening, man. And I enjoyed being with my children, man. But it was bittersweet as well because their mother wasn't there to celebrate that with them. You know what I mean? So the whole weekend, I was happy and sad. It was like I was happy and sad. I was happy and sad. I'll get happy when I was watching them do well. You know what I mean? Like, I was seeing them like they doing well. My daughter in college, you know what I mean? My son finna get ready to go. And like, I just was getting sad that their mother, who loved them so much, who they loved, who she took very good care of them, she wasn't there to share, you know, my son's gender reveal and stuff like that. And it was just, let me tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna just break this down to y'all. Listen, their mother was my first love. She was my very first love. Like, I will say this, I had children from the person who I wanted to have children from. When, you know, like when you be like, I knew their mom since I was 10 years old. And I liked her from 10 years old. Now, we ended up having kids when I was like 18. But what I'm saying is, she definitely was the first love. She definitely was the high school sweetheart woman that I love. So I ended up actually having children by the person that I wanted to have children by. I'm going to say this. We grew up, our relationship didn't work, but we became friends. Like, I talked to her. I used to call her probably at least twice a week. You know what I'm saying? And I sometimes, like, never on no flirty stuff, just to talk about the kids. And she tell me what they got going on. And we always co-parented very well. You know, very well. We always co-parented very well. And our relationship became better when we didn't go together anymore. You see what I'm saying? Like, we really was legitimately friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could call her. She actually was the person, like, you know, when something happened to you, that you leave a phone number for somebody to call. She was the person for me. Like, at the DMV, like, I had to go renew my license the other day, and they asked me was she still my person to contact, and I just got sad. I was like, nah, and I just switched my person to contact. But that's how close we was. You know what I'm saying? Like, even girlfriends that I used to have after me and her broke up, like, I used to go to my baby mama's house and hang out with her and her boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? With my girlfriends. My baby mama used to do my girlfriend's hair. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she used to do my hair too, but she used to do my girlfriend's hair and all. So we was really, really, really close. And I'm going to say this to the fellas, because I'm going to tend to side with fellas because I'm a man at the end of the day. But I want to say this to the fellas, something that I learned. We sometimes discredit or don't take an account of everything that the women put up with or do when we're no longer in a relationship with them as far as the kids. You know, we be like, what you need this money for? What you need all this money for? You ain't doing this and that. The other kids, they got food stamps. You know what I mean? I bought the clothes. Like, what are you doing? Listen, let me tell you something. You know, we don't see what the mama and them doing with the kids every day because we not with them. So, you know, when they tell us, I got these kids out there, we be like, man, whatever. Man, let me tell you something. Being that I lost my baby mama, let me tell you something, man. Now I have to be the mama, the daddy, and I don't get to take no time off Now my kid's big, which is a good thing. But if they was littler, just imagine, bro. I'm just what I'm saying is, we have the luxury sometime of not having to be a parent all the time, especially when the woman have the kids and we are, when we broke up and we got another relationship or we single or whatever we doing, but the woman still had the kids every day. Now, whether she dropping them off with a grandmama or a mama or whatever, but she still got them every day. What I'm saying is, now that I don't have my kids' mama, I actually understand the gravity of having your children every day. Now, I don't have them every day, but what I'm saying is I feel like I don't have the leeway to bullshit. Whereas before, I could bullshit. The reason why I could bullshit is because I had a baby mama. You see what I'm saying? And my kids don't see me over here fucking off or doing this or doing whatever I'm doing or taking risks or whatever. Because they with her. She afforded me that luxury. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes, a lot of times, us as men get afforded a luxury. I ain't saying why the relationship ended. I'm just saying being that we're not with the mother anymore and most likely the mother ends up with the children, that's a luxury. Because you don't have to worry about what they're going to eat tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about, I got to go to work, but at the same time, I got to get somebody to get these kids. I got to get somebody to pick them up from school. I got to go over here. I got to go over there. We don't too much have to worry about that. If you're a father that's involved in that, that's fine. That's cool. But I'm saying, it's still a luxury that they afford us. I'm just telling you, now that I don't have mine, I don't have no room for no error. Like, I have to be able to be there for them when they need me. I also have to be able to be there for them financially if they need me. And I also have to be there for support physically, whatever. Somebody trying to mess with them, somebody do, like, I'm it. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm the only parent they have. Whereas before, I had somebody else who was taking up that slack for me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm just saying, I'm trying to show you, mothers are important. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no perfect parents, bro. So don't ask your kid's mama to be a perfect parent, because you're not going to be a perfect parent. Some shit you're going to have to put up with, as long as it ain't detrimental to the children or harmful to the children. Hey, man, it is what it is. Don't worry about no boyfriend and none of that. As long as nigga ain't putting his hands on your children and all of that, there, you cool. Hey, man, that's what she want to mess with. Let her mess with it. Don't be, you can't have no men around my. Nah, fuck all that, man. Let that woman live her life, bro. You gonna live your life. But I'm gonna say this also as well. It was so hard watching how hurt they were from the loss of their mother. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna just be real with you. I cried about 7-8 times this weekend, bro. I'm just being real with you. We released balloons for them. They floated up in the air. I cried. I went on, walked down the street and just cried. Because I ain't want nobody to see me crying. Shit, when I turned around, it was nothing but other people walking, crying too. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say this, bro. If you love your kids, you don't want to see them hurt. And when I saw the pain that they was dealing with, being that they don't have a mother, I wish she came back so bad, dog. I wish she come back, you know what I'm saying, for the kids. For me too, but for the kids as well. Like, cause it's just hard, dog. I'm telling you, it's hard. So I'm gonna say this, bro. I know, listen, I got a bad baby mama right here. The one I just got, she got all kind of crazy shit going on. I told you I ain't seen my son in like 4 months, bro. And I'm a good father. So I understand it go both ways. I understand sometimes we get bad baby daddies or, less than savory characters as our children's fathers or mothers or something like that. But I'm gonna just say this, dog. At the end of the day, that's your kid's parent, right? And if something happened to them, it's going to hurt your children. I'm telling you this. Yeah, that ain't your mama. Yeah, you might not love him no more. Yeah, you might not love her no more. But you got to realize your children do love them. No matter what, because that's their parent. That's where they get whatever they get from. That's who made them. So kids gonna always have a bond to that person who made them until they get old enough and that person might mess that up. You know what I'm saying? Or their relationship may not just work, but I'm saying as young kids, as growing up, it's important, bro. It's important. So, yeah, I had a great weekend with my children. I missed them. I want to be back with them. I done text them already today. Hey, look, man, I'm ready to come back. I want to be with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just so much fun being with them, man. All of them got calls, so I was, you know what I mean? Like, we was sliding all weekend. You know, we was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They so funny and stuff like that. Then my son got a crew of friends. I'm looking at him, I'm like, okay, he look like he a little gangster. I see he got golds in his mouth. Oh, he got them $3,000 shoes on. Oh, he might be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just interrogating. I'm just looking at them. But all in all, they're great kids, man, and they did a lot of. They put on a nice weekend. I didn't do anything, y'all. I didn't do anything. These children did this on their own. My daughter's only 19. My son is only 18. See what I'm saying? And then this other sister is 25. They put on this whole weekend themselves. No help from no grown people. They got everything. So, man, I appreciate. I'm glad. I'm proud of my children. I'm proud of the people that they look like they're growing into be. I'm proud that their mother was a great mother. I'm proud that they sticking together as siblings in the loss of a parent. And I'm glad to be back to be in their life to where I can help them heal, because I actually need help healing too. It ain't, of course, it's not as bad for me because me and her been broken up for a long time, but it's hard for me knowing that I loved her all her life. Even when we wasn't together no more, I still had love for her. I still wanted her to do well. I still wanted her to get married and stuff like that there. So, and we still was really close. We were still friends. Like, my baby mama had a restaurant. I used to go to a restaurant and I could eat for free. Like, she had her own restaurant, like seafood. Like, she had her own restaurant. Like, my baby mama in Orlando, she had her own restaurant. I'm talking about like a building and everything. Like, you go there. And my kids work there sometimes. And then I used to go there and she'll feed me for free. Stuff like that there. I'm talking about I can have money. I'll be like, hey, baby mama, hey, look, let me get that shrimp. Let me get that scrimp. Let me get that steak. You know what I'm talking about? Let me get that lemonade with that piece of cake right there. And she'll look out for me. So, yeah, I just want to say long live LaToya Nixon. That's my baby mama's name. She died 40 years old. I knew her since she was 10. So I knew her all her life. And she was a great person. She was a great woman. Yeah. So, and I'm proud of my kids. So that's why I was there this weekend. Now, shout out to Battalion Bully. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie, I've been all on your page, Eddie. I've been all on your page. Battalion Bully. Boy, I've been all on Eddie page, boy. Like this here. I was on her page like Sack Chaser. Long live Sack Chaser, long live Juvie. Shout out to... What's going on with the comments? Oh, don't do your time like that. Oh, here they go. Look, boy, they sure be trying to hit that like button. Boy, they sure be trying to do something to me when I get... Oh, there they go. Okay. I'm finna say... Shout out King Murado. Hey, Rita, boy, it's a lot of bloggers using it. Shout you out on your videos. It's your year ago, bro. I already seen it. Man, appreciate you, King Murado, man. I appreciate it. I don't be seeing none of this shit. Only time I see it is every now and then. I guess I must don't be knowing all these bloggers. But listen, I appreciate y'all. Listen, let me tell y'all something, bloggers. I appreciate y'all, bro. I'm not a hateful guy. I'm a love, peace, love guy. You feel what I'm saying? Because I tried it the other way when I was young, and that shit, that karma that come back on you, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up. I'm a real dude. I'm a peace, you know what I'm talking about, vibe type of dude. I ain't no hater. I never hate on nobody or nothing like that there. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all giving me a shout out. You can use the content. I'm not gonna strike your channel. I'm not. I never struck anybody's channel in my life. Give your boy a shout out. So I appreciate y'all for doing that. Those of y'all who give me a shout out, man, y'all welcome, big dog. Y'all welcome. Take all the content you want. Just give your boy a shout out. I appreciate y'all. For real. Hey, I see you, Biddy. It's a whole vibe, for real, straight up. Straight up. Shout out Hines to 16. My boy say they got our work. Shout out Crack Man. What it is, whoa? Crank Man, my bad. Shout out Rare Reflection Station. Never seen you in the chat, but I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you coming. Appreciate you coming. Shout out Swapo. Shout out Mancel TV. Yo. Shout out to Nell Bowen. Shout out Melanie. What's up, Melanie? Hey, Melanie. Shout out Ms. B. She said, continue blessing you and your family. Congratulations, your son and his wife made their mother rest in heaven. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Okay, man. Okay. Law and Crime Network always gets the release dates. And that's what they said yesterday when I asked about the trial, and they are covering it. And so is the lead attorney. I asked him today. Hold on, Melly got the scoop. I'm glad to be back, Melly. Don't be jealous, Mr. Magoo, man. Listen, man. Listen. I will say this. I was humbled, man, to see them children, bro. Like, you know, as you done taught and said little things and tried to teach them on the way up, and sometimes they bucked against it, and sometimes they didn't like you, and sometimes you had arguments. To see them become young adults and all of it just come together like this, I was like, wow, they really did listen to us. They really look like they turning out to be good people, you know. And so it was a proud moment and sad moment because I wish their mother was there. So she said, sorry, I meant to say Law and Crime Network, not Court TV. She said, so Melly said, I was on Law and Crime Network talking to one of the moderators, and they said the trial's supposed to start next Monday. Okay, so that's what Melanie said, y'all. Thank you, Melly. Shout out Sophisticated Nunu. What's up, Nunu? For real, shout out to Joel Bowles. He said, so all you can ask for as a parent. I agree. I promise you, man. Seen that new Cap B Slime Melly Mom drop. It's on Spoon community page. Yeah. Listen, I talked to Spoon today, man. I told y'all, Spoon, my boy, me and Spoon talk. If not every day, every other day, most likely. And so yeah, me and Spoon talked about it. You know what I mean? But look, this is what I want to say though. Hey, listen, shout out to King AK-47. So Spoon will be on King AK-47 sometime in the near future. I can't nail it down to a date, but I'm gonna say so he will be on there. So, you know, one thing we gonna do, I would hope y'all do, we gonna go over there, we gonna support, you know, when Spoon go on King AK-47 channel, you know what I'm saying? And that's a great look. That's a great look. And he get to actually be exposed to a wider audience, and also he gets to kind of like set the record straight on a lot of things, because you got to think, man, Track, Jamie, who a lot of other people been vocal and on bigger platforms saying what they felt about the case. Now Spoon gets to say his part. He gets to set the record straight on a lot of things. He gets to speak for himself and his son, which I'm happy he getting the opportunity to do that. I actually really hope that, which I think is going to happen. I actually think Spoon going to be able to get on a lot of different platforms and tell his side of the events, which is really what I want to happen for him. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to be excited about, and I want y'all to give yourself a round of applause too, because you got to think, man, y'all was some of the first people to go over there and support. Y'all did that. I keep telling y'all, listen, man, listen, it wouldn't be no me on no YouTube without y'all. I'm always say that, like, what the fuck is a YouTube channel without no people supporting it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? So I want to thank y'all for that. And I thank y'all for going over there supporting Spoon. And look what y'all support done garner. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you were instrumental in that, you know? And it's only up from here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for that. Another thing, shout out Ghost Chavo, man. What it is? Hey, Marie, you got me telling people they be doing the horizontal. Listen, my sister came in today. She say, the horizontal mambo. Listen, I need somebody. Okay, so listen, we're going to get some horizontal mambo shirts. I done heard y'all. I be listening to y'all. I need somebody to print the design, some kind of logo for it, though. I had a couple ideas, but I want somebody who into graphic design or something like that. If it's somebody in the graphic design in the chat, man, hit me up on my email and let me see what you got going on, and we're gonna get some business going on, man, because we do gotta get them shirts, bro. You know what I'm saying? My sister came in saying that, and my sister, she really don't be into all of this type of stuff. She talking about the horizontal mambo, and I died laughing, man. I died laughing. I got 2 kids. They get my all, so I grind hard. For real, King Murado, for real. Ms. Magoo say Spoon Cool wouldn't have been put on to him. His story without you, man. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Keela say do it with stick, people. Keela, you want to design it for me? You want to help design it for me? Show me what you're talking about. Email me and show me what you're talking about. I want you to write it on a piece of paper and then show it to me. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with my IG. I be trying to keep my IG. I'm gonna hit y'all with my IG, man. I'm gonna hit y'all with my IG. I hit you with my IG, Crank, man. Let me see, what the fuck is my IG? I think my IG is Crosstown Pico. Let me see, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Let me put my IG in the chat. Man, I think this is my IG. I think I'm right. Let me see. I'm finna put my IG in the chat. Hey, look, I want to say another thing. Have y'all seen? Hold on, wait. Let me put this right there, because I want to get into this. But I see everybody's gearing up with their Melly content. You see all the big bloggers now? But we're gonna speak on that real quick. I just put my IG in the chat, y'all. We'll do something. Hey, look, check this out though. So shout out to King AK47. Shout out to Sadie Nash. Shout out to a lot of the bloggers that still started cranking out their Melly content. I'm gonna say this though, not to bash or anything like this. I appreciate them. I appreciate them with what they do, because truth be told, when I watch them boys, those boys made me feel like that I could blog. You feel what I'm saying? Like when I saw King, I've been on King AK47 for probably about 4 or 5 years now. So right after he first started, rather than the Dutch situation when he first started, I was on King AK47, and then I called Sadie Nash too, shortly after that. So I'm gonna say that those guys was motivation for me to feel like that I could do this, right? But I've been watching their channels lately, boy, and the stuff they talking about, we already covered it, dog. So I want y'all to give yourself a round of applause, because a lot of the stuff they talking about, we on episode 37. We covered that a month ago. Know what I'm saying? Like, we've been on that. They talking about the death penalty, which I'm gonna give them a benefit of the doubt too. I actually live in Florida, and I'm from Florida, so a lot of stuff come down the pipe before us. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so AK from Cleveland, you know, so, you know, stuff probably take a little minute to get to him from Florida. That's why it's good to have bloggers from your area or from your state, You know what I'm saying? So you can actually be tapped in. Because be honest with you, that's pretty much the first place you're gonna have resources in order to be able to get information to be able to reputably blog. So I can get it. That's like Nash. I think Nash from Cali on West Coast. So you know he gonna know more about Cali stuff quicker than me or somebody else that's not from Cali. So I do notice that. So I do understand that. But I'm just saying though, we've been on before a lot of people, and it's gratifying to see that now that these guys is blogging about the case, they actually, whoever their sources are actually telling them the same thing that our sources was telling us, and we actually had credible, good information. I'm telling you, about 85%. I have been wrong a couple of times. But I'm about 85%. And another thing, of course, with these type of cases, you're gonna get stuff wrong because the case be unfolding. You're getting information as the case go on. We're gonna make theories and hypotheses and all this type of stuff. And then, but what you got to do is you got to come back and you got to straighten that out with the people. You got to be like, hey, look, man, I was wrong on this. This was really the play, and that's what I like to do. And when I get certain stuff wrong, but I'm telling you about 85% on this one here. You know what I'm saying? I was speaking, long live Sat Chaser, but I just keep want to say this. I was speaking about the horizontal mambo 2 years ago, and people was calling me Cap. And then here it is 2 years later, we reading Bankroll AD, Big Bank AD's deposition. He talking about sending in the store for baby oil. You see what I'm saying? We looking at the Ace Hood documentary, and the boys saying that Sack Chaser was upset with Melly because Melly was spending too much time with his girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? He said they missing you though. I know Sadie Nash did, the King AK-47 from Rita. Okay, I appreciate it, King Morado. I appreciate them boys, man. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate them. Know what I'm saying? I think I spoke to one of them, both of them before when I think actually was in my chat before. So I got a lot of respect for them boys, man. I got a lot of respect for them boys. Because again, they was motivation. Like they motivated me. You feel me? Like I saw them doing it and I saw them come from nothing. I was like, man, shit, I think I want to do that. I think I could do that. You know, it's like, you know. Hold on, I'll be back. Oh, what's up, honey? Yeah. Oh, then she gonna believe her. Chicks like Juice will have.
Hey, welcome home. It's been a long time.
But yeah, so shout out to them boys, man. And I appreciate the shout out. I ain't know they shot me out, bro. I ain't know. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hey, listen, but I'm gonna say this too, boy. Have y'all been catching Spoon's videos? Boy, I be tuning in to Spoon videos. When Spoon get on that bed, bitch, I get the popcorn. Listen, I be getting the popcorn. Listen, he's getting good. He's getting better at this. I told y'all. Listen, I be like this. What Spoon finna say? What Spoon finna say? And boy, my boy just give it to you. Bow, bow, bow. Spoon be giving it to you. I told you, listen, a lot of these stories, like he shares a lot of these stories with me, but that's why I was telling him. It's so listen, don't get us. He got millions of more stories. Don't listen. He just beginning. These little bit of stories. No. He got like hundreds of stories. You gotta think he got a lifetime of knowing these people. You feel what I'm saying? He got a lifetime of living around these people and knowing these people and knowing the dealings and all of this type of stuff and this and that there. Shout out to Cedric. I don't want to say your real name. Don't want to say it. Shout out to bro for the cash out. I don't want to say, cause I think your real name on your. I don't want to say your real name, bro, but shout out to you, bro. And put away, get into the chat. Let me know just something to cash out. So I ain't gonna say your real name, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what's something to cash out, and I give you a shout out. I'll do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But Spoon got a lot of stories, bro. So just stay tuned, bro. Listen, and I told him he be telling me the story sometimes, but I like him to tell the story because he was there. He saw it. You know what I'm saying? he was there. He saw the story. He saw him. So if you tell me something, a lot of stuff sometimes get lost in translation. So I like when Spoon tell the story because he tell it so vividly. You know what I'm saying? He was saying like he reliving it back in his head. So I be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Damn, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I just be reading, I just be listening. You know what I'm saying? But shout out Lefty. What a chick say he cursed too much. I'm gonna see if he can. Hey, look, chick. I'm gonna see if he can cut down on the cussing. Cause one thing about the cussing, it do cut down. It do kind of mess with your monetization a little bit. But he ain't monetized right now, you know. And then you gotta, bro. We from the, he from the hood. So, and then I think a lot of times, I think he, you gotta think now when he's telling a story, he's still getting upset at the people who he telling the story about. So just think he tell a story about Track. He telling the story, then he'd be like, man, I fucked that motherfucker. It'd be that type of shit, so yeah. But I'll holler at him about the cursing because that do hurt your monetization, but he ain't monetized yet, so it ain't hurting him yet. But if you pay attention, I try not to curse in the first 10 minutes because when you're doing these lives, they say it's a 3-minute rule, but I think it's more like a 10-minute rule. So I slipped on this live. I slipped and cussed before the time. That's why I try to talk a little bit at the beginning of the live. So I can, before I get into the story, because I'm prone to cuss too. So I'm gonna put him up on that so it'll help him with his monetization. But I hear you though. But I get it though. Kim Ross, to get in the algorithm. Yeah, he say Spoon don't seem focused or fussed about monetization right now. I can't blame him either. Be good to see him grow on here too. Yeah, man. A curse word here or there is okay, but not every word or the word. I hear you, chick. I hear you. G Bulldog say, right, he's emotionally invested. Melly say, I don't blame him one bit. Listen. Melly say he's got to be able to get it out. I can't even imagine what he's going through. Listen, that's what I'm saying. I was just with my children this weekend. My son is 18, finna be 19 on the 25th. My daughter is 20, finna be 21 in September 13th. This man lost his son at 19. His son was 19. The weekend. So of course, now just think about it now. I'm looking at my children. And I'm looking at them like, boy, I could not even imagine losing them. So it kind of like reinforced my compassion for what Spoon going through, or any parent who loses a child. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of just made me feel for him or any parent that's going through that just that much more. And I ain't gonna cap. After this weekend was over and I had this great weekend with my family and my children, it revigorated me with this Melly case. And I understood at that point, man, you doing it for the right cause, Marita boy. Like, your friend lost his son. How would you, like, you're not in that situation, and I pray you never be in that situation. This is me talking to myself, but being that you feel for the next person that's in that situation, like, that's not a bad thing. So I don't care what nobody say when it comes to this situation and me riding for my friend who lost his son. And honestly, personally, I actually don't think it's gonna stop there. I actually think I'm already like this. So I just think, me personally, I'm gonna do that for anybody. All right, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do that for anybody who loses a child or someone. That's I like it. I like just being there and helping people get some type of closure or some type of justice. And my number one goal is to get these young brothers out the streets, and I'm gonna try to get to them from a street perspective, not looking down on them for what they're doing, but just telling them where it end up at if they don't. That's my be all end all, you know what I mean? To try to get people before they get into these situations out the streets, these young people. But if we can't stop them before they get out of the streets, the ones that be found to be victim unjustly and stuff like that, oh yeah, I'm riding with them. I'm riding with their parents. I'm riding with the whole scenario, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. For real. Right, Melly say his life was taking it from him over. Exactly, I'm saying for nothing. Exactly, Melly say, how can you not, especially a parent? Exactly. Right, exactly. Joel Bowles say not just losing your child, but on an international stage. I agree, man. This crazy juvie was a real solid one too. Exactly, man. Shout out to Lefty. Mr. Magoo says kids should go before their parents. Parents should go before their kids. I agree. I agree. I agree, man. I'm telling you, I'm living it now. I'm telling you, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm watching, you know. So I just know it's the right thing. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. So listen, let's get into what Sadie Nash and King AK-47 said. Right. So both of them is under their opinion is that Melly is going to get the death penalty if he's convicted, right? And they were saying that pretty much because of what Ron DeSantis dropped that threshold for the jury having to have 11 jurors to vote yes for the death penalty to only 8 jurors having to vote yes for the death penalty for you to get the death penalty in the state of Florida, which is the lowest bar in the United States, which is only 8 out of the 12 jurors. Now, you know, we went over this a while back, and I agree. Okay, like I said, like I was 50-50. I was 50-50 on him getting the death penalty, but when I ain't gonna cap, like I gave him boy a shout out. When I was watching their videos about the subject, both King AK-47 and Sadie Nash, I will say that it did convince me more that they are or will give Melly the death penalty if he's convicted. You see what I'm saying? And I do think if he's convicted, I do think it's not going to be hard to get 8 jurors to say yes. Melly say if it goes through, I wonder if more states will adopt that same thing as Florida with the death penalty. So with that, Melanie, I think what happens with that is it goes to the people who live in that state. Like, it depends on the type of people that live in that state. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got some places that may be against the death penalty because the overwhelming population of the people that's living in that place is anti-death penalty. Then you got some places where the people are more prone to, you know, that type of justice, you know, maybe more hunters, maybe more gun enthusiasts, maybe more rural people, whereas you get into somewhere where you got a lot of religious people in living in that area, it may be different. But I will say this, it's definitely possible. I will say this, I definitely believe that Florida won't be the last state to adopt the 8 juror saying yes for the death penalty. I'm with you on that. So yeah, he right. Mr. Emerald say Florida is different because also has stand your ground, but marijuana isn't legal, so every state is different. I agree. And I want to say this too. I want to break this down too because why I got this on top of my mind. I heard Sadie Nash say, shout out to Sadie Nash. I heard Sadie Nash say that Florida's different just like that. And where if you get two bodies, you know, they be trying to put you to death. Let me tell y'all from a Floridian why Florida is so strict on crimes. Because Florida is a tourist state. Anything that infringes on the #1 revenue making for Florida, all the legislators, all the governors, the lawmakers, all the businesses, they're all going to be heavy when it comes to convicting people and sending people to prison for crimes, because they do not want tourists to get the feeling like Florida is not a safe place to come and visit. And also Florida is a retirement state. So they don't want people to not come here to retire, or people not come here to Disney World or to Miami or to Daytona Beach or to Tampa or, you know what I mean, Universal Studios, Orlando. Like, they definitely keeping the guys that Florida is safe for tourists to travel to, and for the most part it is. For the most part it is. Let me tell you something. I had some homeboys back in the days, right? If you ever been to Orlando, International Drive is where all the tourists are. Actually, that's where I was at last weekend. When my brother's funeral, I actually stayed on International Drive. International Drive is nothing but tourists, people from all over the world, walking up and down. It's a lot of different things to do. And I had some buddies back in the days. Well, it was a lot of people doing it. And they used to go to International Drive and rob the tourists, right? Let me tell you something. Orlando cut down on that shit quick. They gave every dude, I don't care how insignificant, if anybody was getting convicted of robbing any tourists on International Drive, they got like extended long sentences in prison. So a lot of them got life. And what happened after that? Don't nobody go to International Drive to rob. Nobody. I'm talking about, it is one of the safest places that you can go in Orlando. And I'm talking about tourists walking around there. I was just there last weekend. They walking around, the weekend before last. They walking around drinking, everybody having fun, woo, everything. And it was a nice, safe environment. And that's because they cracked down so hard on the guys in the 90s that was doing it till they deterred them dudes from doing it. And Orlando got a lot of crime, but they ain't doing it to the tourists. They ain't doing it to anybody who white or who ain't in the streets. I'm telling you, we do not mess with the tourists. I'm telling you. And that's because Florida, we know what Florida working with. They is going to protect that tourism destination banner to the end. So that goes back to Melly. Even though he didn't do this to a tourist or whatever, this is a heinous crime. And they want to let everybody know that they are tough on crime and they're not going to tolerate any serious, heinous crimes. And Ron DeSantis, I'm just telling y'all, he don't give a damn. He is definitely going to swing that axe, that hammer, that gavel, and use all his powers as governor to be very tough on crime. If I had to guess, Ron DeSantis is making a play for probably the Senate, Congress, or maybe even the White House. You see what I'm saying? I think so. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm saying... Enroll says not safe anywhere. Not is my favorite part of land because of the kids in Miami for me and my family. For real. Shout out to them. Y'all hit that like button, man. Yeah, man. We over 50. We got almost 50 viewers, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'm glad to be back talking to y'all too, though. So I kind of slipped my mind till y'all hit the like button. But hit the like button for your boy, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what I want Florida to do. Florida need to go and legalize this recreational marijuana, man. I mean, we already a tourism state. I mean, what make it more better than to go ahead on and legalize marijuana for recreational use? You can boost up your tourist revenue even that much farther, man. Like, go and get on the ship, Florida, because it's part of the revenue it's bringing into the tourism. Exactly, Melanie. What's up, Kenny? Let us say he wondered if the Melly full story will come out if he can get convicted. That's a good question. That's a good question. See, excuse me. That's what people like Spoon come in at, right? Because, like, who gonna tell the story? Like, who gonna tell the story? We can't wait on Melly to tell the story because he's gonna be fighting. If he's convicted, he's going to be you're gonna be doing appeals and all of that. What's up, Jerm? He's gonna be doing appeals, right? He's gonna be doing appeals, so Melly is going to stick with this I'm innocent thing for years because he's going to be doing appeals. If he's convicted, he's going to be doing appeals and stuff like that, so he's going to have to keep that same narrative. Jamie is not going to be able to tell a book because she's going to have to stick with the same side she on. He's innocent, he didn't do any of this and that there, whatever. So, who gonna tell the story? Not Portland. He can't tell it because he got to stick with his same narrative. Because if Melly get convicted, that means Portland more likely won't get convicted. So he gonna have to do his appeals and proclaim his innocence. Track can't tell the story because Track is kind of tied up in it. You know what I mean? And if he tell the story, then it's going to be pretty much the truth. Then it's going to be pretty much outright snitching. So it's nobody really to tell the story, the whole story, other than maybe. And then Sack Chaser Mama, she wasn't really privy to a lot of stuff because she was just, you know, she was a regular mom. She wasn't actually all into the whole deal or whatever. She was just being a mother, living her life, raising her kids, that type of deal. So, like, I just don't see too many people in order to tell the story. I wonder will we ever know the truth, y'all. I mean the full truth. I pray that we do. I pray that we do for the families, you know, and for some type of closure. But I wonder if this thing just gonna keep twisting and turning as the years go by. We're gonna learn more and more little weird things or side things that was going on that we didn't know about. I got a feeling that's what's gonna happen. I don't feel like we're ever gonna really know the 100% truth unless, yeah, I find it hard to believe. I think everybody who tell the story gonna leave parts out. That's what I think. The only story they have told us is Free Melly, which is an absolute joke. Shout out to you, Melanie. And that's what really spurred Spoon to start being more vocal and start coming out and start telling his side of the story, because it was so overwhelmingly pro Melly when you looked at people who was doing the interviews and, you know, this type of stuff. And let's be real, Melly's a famous artist. So, of course, he got way more fans than the family of the victims. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, in the court, like in the court of public opinion, he was able to have a bigger core following. So, of course, the narrative, Free Melly, he's innocent, yada, yada this, yada, yada that. That was not easy. I mean, not hard to spin, being of who he was, and people would like to see him out so they could listen to some more music, and they loved his music. And, you know, that's the first thing everybody screamed, free this person, free that person. But You know, let's just be real. Like we got this joke in the hood where the mamas and the daddies be like, man, free Ray Ray, man, free Ray Ray. And then this one person be like, free Ray Ray? That nigga done killed 5 motherfuckers. And y'all talking about free Ray Ray. That's how it be, man. People be talking about free such and such, 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 but the people that be talking about free be done did all that shit they said he did. Trust me. I done seen it 1,000 times. I done seen a lot of people talking about free such and such, 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 such. And I know them niggas personally. And they did everything them people said that they did. So freedom for what? They actually did that shit. Like, I'm talking about the heinous shit. Like what the fuck? Like, I ain't, like, nigga, like, just cause you my dog, like, or just cause you cool, like, you still, like, rape, like, 10 women, dude. Like, I got a homeboy that Tay did that shit, for real. Like, you still rape, like, 10 women, dude. Like, really? Like, free him? Like, what? Like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Battalion Bullet say if he exhausts all the pills, he might tell the truth to the world. You might be right. I can see that. I'm gonna say something. I can see Melly possibly telling the truth at the end. He just say exactly, let them stay where he at. For real. They be like, free my cousin Killer Joe. He got like 20 bodies. Free him, though. Get the fuck. Shout out, truth be told, 1, 2, 3s. I honestly don't listen to Melly. I have heard him through my son and listened to what he did and wasn't happy at all. Yeah, I hear him, Rose. Listen, that's why I say I caught on to Melly through Spoon. I found out about Melly on my kids. I didn't know who the hell Melly was. I found out about Melly from Juvie's father. And then 6 months later, Melly was arrested for killing Spoon's son, Juvie and Sack Chaser. That shit threw me. And then it was all over the blogs and social media and the hip hop community. I was like, get the fuck out of here. But I didn't know who Melly was until Spoon told me. Joe Bo say, how's it good look to say free Melly and not long live Juvie and Sack? Exactly, like Spoon was showing us the other day that Jamie's saying long live King Von, rest in heaven King Von. However it was, I think it was his birthday today or something. And I'm a King Von fan. Don't agree with the stuff that they say he did, but for some reason I liked his music. So I was really a King Von fan. I done did a lot of digging on King Von. I know a lot of what the blogs know about King Von, so I'm a King Von fan. So, but I'm gonna say this though, it was like an insult for her to say that for King Von, but not say anything for Sack Chaser or Juvie. Like you didn't even know King Von. You didn't even know King Von that long. Like, and you saying all this, but you saying Melly innocent, but you never say we're gonna find the killers of who killed Sack and Juvie, or rest in heaven Juvie, or rest in heaven Sack Chaser, or long live Sack Chaser. Like, you ain't saying none of this. See, that's how you know what's happening. They could only act for so long. Like, they could only act like Melly didn't do this for so long until we was gonna see the truth. You can see the truth. You can see how they acting. Do you see the divide? It's Melly, and then it's Sack Chaser and Juvie on the other side. You see what I'm saying? You don't see Jamie constantly talking about Sack and Juvie. She should. They died. You say your son didn't do it? Like, what? Like, why don't you have this stain or this sadness that they gone? Like, you supposed to be mourning them, and you're supposed to be outraged that your son is alleged to have done this, and they saying your son done this, but they're supposed to go hand in hand. Like, she supposed to be like, how the fuck y'all think my son gonna do that to his best friends? Them his best fucking friends. What you motherfuckers need to do, you need to be out there trying to find who the fuck did that shit. Matter of fact, Track, listen, we finna get a private investigator. We finna try to figure out this shit on our own. Like, they should have been putting up, why ain't no rewards for the, why Track and them ain't put up no rewards for the people who did it to Sack and Juvie? Y'all sure went to the town the next day and went to give away money before the bodies was, before them people had started making funeral arrangements. Track is in Gifford giving out money. Why? Why are you giving out money? You never gave none to Sack and Juvie. Sack and Juvie never got paid. Like this shit, like, it's right in front of our faces, yo. They did a bad job of this. Sack and Juvie never was signed to 100K management. They was never signed at all. So the day after they die, now you in their hometown giving up money. Why you ain't give them that money? They didn't give Sack and Juvie like the 5,000, the 15,000, the 20,000, all this money that went to going to the families. Sack and Juvie ain't getting none of that. Just think about that. Just think about that real quick here. The message that Sack was sending to Melly was saying that he wanted what him and Juvie was rightfully. Oh, he was not talking for himself at all. He was talking for him and Juvie. He was sticking up for him and Juvie. Now Juvie they didn't got no text messages from Juvie's phone to Melly's phone saying anything, but they do got them from Sack Chaser phone threatening Melly's mama and saying that he needed to give Sack and Juvie the money they rightfully own, being that they were CEOs of YNW. And I kind of see where Sack coming from. Cause check this out, right? So if we all three owners of YNW, right? Even though you're signed to 300 management, we get checks too. Because you're us. You get what I'm saying? Like, it should have been a three-way. It should have been a three-way split with the checks that Melly was making. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying all the checks, but I'm saying a percentage of that money was supposed to go to YNW and the owners of YNW. It should have. If they had it wrote right. Even though Melly was signed, when they made that deal with 300. Some of that money should have came to Sack and Juvie, being that Melly is an artist under YMW. If they had it wrote out right, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not sure how they had it wrote out, but I do know Sack did understand that he was a CEO, and I do remember Track saying that Juvie, Sack, and Melly was the three CEOs. Now just think about this, y'all. You never signed Juvie, you never signed Sack. You never paid them. I think they got a couple of dollars off shows and whatever else they was doing behind the scenes, if you get what I mean. They get a couple dollars. But after they die, you getting away $15,000. You getting away $5,000 over here. You getting this over there. You getting that over there. Why y'all didn't get that money to them when they was alive? What? You spent more money on them after they died than you did when they was alive. You didn't even give, boy didn't even have a phone. But you getting all the money though. So it's just weird to me. Like, it just be right in front of our faces. You know what I'm saying? If you just pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, giving all these people money. So he said that it was an invoice from the record company that paid for the funerals, right? Like Spoon said, go subscribe to Spoonful of Game. If that's the case, then how come one family got 10,000 and one family got 15,000? How that work? And then on top of that, so you mean to tell me the record company just go to paying for funerals of people who are not signed to the label? They just pay for people. They just pay for the entourage funerals, huh? They just instead of throwing money around. Not only that, they give it to Mariah Hamilton, mama. They give it to Sack Chaser mama. They gave the Sack Chaser mama said her husband got some money. They tried to give Spoon some money. They gave Juvie mama some money. They gave the Jits in Gifford some money. So y'all giving all these people money. Why? Even the Jits got money. Sack pulled up and gave all the Jits $200 a piece, all types of What's that telling you, man? I'm telling y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We got 70 people in here. Hit that like button. Please hit the like button. Detergent. Ice in the bathroom. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Melly said fuck his friends and the other. Melly said fuck, killed his friends, let the other one drive to the hospital too. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this too. See, that's why I be sad, dog. That's why I try to tell my son about that, dog. I try to explain to him about that. Like, you know, in life, you got real, true friends, you got associates, and you got snakes. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to tell who from who at times. You know, you be done growed up with them, you know their mamas. Melly got Sack Chaser mama name tattooed on his neck, but he killed her son. Melly's mama did not, at that time of Sack dying, was not on the same page as Sack Chase. She didn't like Sack Chase at all. We got videos of her selling Sack Chase. We got text messages of Sack Chase threatening to kill her. She went and cried with that boy mama, telling his mama, I lost a son too. But at that time, she didn't give a damn. She made fake tears, all type of shit, saying that she lost a son too, but really, she ain't give a damn that Sack Chase was dead. Because they was beefing at the time. But she even went as far as to cry with this boy mama, man. The boy mama said she cried with her. She said they held each other, hugging and crying. Fake crying. Wow. Them people going to devil's hell. Y'all watching. Y'all watching. I hope Melly mama titty fall off. Just one of them. And one of her eyebrows. I do. Just one of her titties. Just one. Don't take both. Lord, don't take both her titties. Just take one. And the opposite eyebrow. The whole eyebrow. Shout out to Winnie Seppi, my Kenyan sister. They all know Melly did it. You're right, Emerald. That's another thing too. And my boy Spoon. That's why I want my boy Spoon. Listen, I'm trying to get my boy Spoon. I want my boy Spoon to actually be on a lot of these platforms telling stories. Cause let me tell you something. We had a lot of hip hop rappers that came out in support of Melly after the situation happened. You know what I'm saying? And you had Drake, you had Boosie, you had Meek Mill. You had quite a few of them came out and said something. You know what I'm saying? Free Melly and all of this and that there. My boy Spoon got something he want to say to all of them when he get on Vlad TV. When Spoon get on Vlad TV, he got something he want to address to all of them. To all of them ones that was saying all of this when it first popped off just to be in the cool clique. Okay, all right, okay. Listen, man, sometimes you got to live, man. You got to know. I tell you, I had a partner. His name is Tay. Knew him all our lives. They end up arresting him for the rape of a woman, right? A couple days later, they said that Tay had raped over 10 women. We was like, oh, no, not Tay. Hell no, Tay ain't do that, boy. We know Tay, this and that. Tay don't do nothing like that. About a week or two later, they came back on the news. They had DNA that linked him to every single incident. They say what Tay used to do is, you know how people getting off the off ramp where you throw the change in there, he'll hide in the cut. And then when he'll see somebody, a woman or somebody he wanted to do that to, he would jump in their car with a knife or a gun and then take them to a secluded place and he would rape them. And they got all the DNA that proved it. Now in our eyes, oh no, Tay wouldn't do nothing like that, this and that, there, whatever. You got to wait sometimes, man. People do a lot of different things when the motherfucking lights go out. Just like they had to put that bell on Sack Chase the Dough to make sure he ain't. Same shit. Same shit. I'm just telling you. I'm telling about the people that be doing that weird shit at nighttime. I'm telling you, my homeboy tell you that nigga had 20 rapes and we never seen it coming. We never knew. 20. He doing life right now. That nigga was like Dracula at nighttime. He in that bitch where he can't rape none but men's now, goddamn it. See how he got his karma? The thing he loved the most, it ain't none of it in there. It ain't none of it in there. You dumb bitch, you. For real. I'll say, Curtavious trade. Let me say, he say he ain't sliding for Juvie. Okay, so listen. I want to speak on that too. I'm glad you said that. Curtis Trees. Okay, so he ain't, this is what he's saying, y'all. Listen, let me explain something to y'all when you're in the streets. We've been in the streets. We've been there, done all that shit. All that shit with y'all, you know what I'm saying, they doing nowadays, we've been there, done all that shit. But at some point you get older, man. You get older and you realize, what the fuck am I still out there doing this shit for? Bro, I could have killed 20 people in 1996, and it's a jit right now that just was born in 2000 that don't give a damn that I killed 20 people, and he'll take me up out this bitch if he catch me. So what are you doing it for? Like, the only thing he just respect nowadays if you active. Like, you got to still be active. They don't give a damn that you did something to somebody 10 years ago. They don't care about that. So then you find yourself in a constant cycle of having to prove something or the ride. And then what if you lose your life in the process? You have other kids out here. You have you have responsibilities. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the judicial system for. Melly in jail. What y'all want him to kill B Slime? God damn. What y'all want Spoon to go kill B Slime? Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. God damn. God damn, y'all. Well, y'all hard motherfuckers, dog. God damn. Spoon, I want you to go get B Slime. God damn, B Slime all right. He ain't did nothing to nobody. All he did was drink chocolate and roll around on the floor and fart and laugh to himself. I'm telling you. Woo. Y'all know how B Slime is. Listen, so now he ain't slime for Juvie. That state attorney, she's spinning the block real good. And if he get the death penalty, that's the hey, she spent the block 2 times. You know what I'm saying? The man still be free. You know what I'm saying? And the cycle don't continue. You know, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta I'm laughing about something else, but I'm gonna get to the minute. You gotta stop the cycle, man. We're trying to stop the cycle. Hey, listen, but let me tell y'all about, I'm laughing about B Slime, right? Did y'all see that Adam 22, that no jumper interview that he said to B Slime? He did that B Slime did. If y'all watch the Adam 22 no jumper interview, it actually solidifies a lot of shit that I said, right? They say Adam 22 told him, yeah, man, when he come in, he's just singing, he's just dancing, he got music all through his body. Bitch, he was on that chocolate. He was on that chocolate. They say Adam 22 say, oh yeah, B Slime, he just got music all in his body. He's just moving and he can't stop moving, and bitch, that was that chocolate he was on. Listen. Then, did you hear what B Slime said? He said, somebody, it would talk about classes or something. Spoon would tell me, they're talking about classes or something. He said, B Slime said, honestly, I don't think anybody in YMW is smart enough to do a class. I told you them bitches slow. I told you. B Slime slow, Jamie slow, Melly slow, and B Slime, if you give him some chocolate and give him about 5 minutes and that chocolate he'll go to rolling around. They say B Slime will roll on the floor like a little kid and go to farting. And they say when he go to farting, it make him laugh. They say it make he be laughing because the fart funny to him. So he be saying, woo, woo, woo. And he be farting and shit. I'm telling you, gang. I'm telling you, gang. I'm telling you. Listen, bro, I can't make this shit up, dog. Listen, I can't make this shit up, dog. I'm telling you, I did not. Right hand to God, I did not make this up. You know, I throw a little sauce on the little sack chaser situation, but long live sack chaser. But the bee slime situation, that shit was 100% what was told to me, dog. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this too, man. I ain't got no problem with bee slime, cause he just an innocent young man, and I could tell he just be feeding off of the information that they tell him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course he gonna be free man Lester's brother, yada yada this, yada yada that. And he don't know no better, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he be pooing, dog. They say he be rolling on the ground. And the farts, he be doing this like it make him laugh. Like when he fart, he be laughing. It's just funny to him. So he just be woo, woo, like. But that was, I mean, he growing up now, bro. He growing up now. You know what I'm saying? Actually, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this too, cause I'm cracking jokes on B Slime, but I'm gonna just be real. I actually think B Slime probably gonna make it. I can actually see him making it because he gonna ride the cloud off his brother. He do got a little bit of talent. And he already into the music. He got a couple nice songs, and I can see B Slime making it. Well, Melly didn't. You know what I'm saying? Even though Melly is the more talented brother, of course, I can see B Slime making it. Truffle butter off chocolate. Yeah, that type of shit, Battalion Bully. For real. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. But yeah, man, back to track now, man. That shit be right in our face, man. They went to paying all people in, but you ain't never paid Juvie and Sat Chaser. Then I seen Spoon hit on some of this too. He was saying that Track be trying to make like he knew Juvie and them and all of this, and I like Spoon said he couldn't have knew them that long, and I'm gonna prove that he couldn't have knew them that long. When we went over Sack Chaser's mama, deposition, she said that when Track, Jamie, and the bodyguard came to the house, the first thing Track said was, "Hey, it's Juvie's mom." But that wasn't even that woman. You went and that was Sack Chaser mama. So if you knew these boys, how come you ain't know their fucking mama was?
No, he don't. Yeah, he don't lie. I don't know, sometimes we get to him.
They be liking my lives, though. These people be liking my lives. They listen, I'll be trying to tell them like this every day, ain't them? I'm telling you, they be thinking, huh? YouTube. Listen, they be thinking they be. I be telling this how I am every day, man. I swear this shit just run off the top of my head. Like, that's how I know I'm made for this. It's must see TV.
What's your name, Mo?
What was? Y'all think Melly really got split personality? All I know is my sources say it wasn't no split personalities and none of that shit until after them boys died. I didn't know Melly, don't know Melly, so I cannot say. But I do know that he lied and said he been to a mental hospital, and my sources say he didn't go to a mental hospital. He went to a behavior school, same behavior school Juvie went to, same behavior school Chloe went to, same behavior school your badass Sharon went to. So they trying to say it was like a game finesse. Hey Dream Dog, what's up, boo? Oh no, goes Melly gonna get the death penalty. So what Boy gonna get? I don't think boiling up for the death penalty. He has his Sack Chaser is Melly gonna get the death penalty, then what Bortland gonna get? I don't think boiling up for the death penalty. I think they'll hit Bortland with a cool life. I think he's gonna hit him with a cool life. But let me tell you something. Speaking of that, being that So we already us. That's why I say I fucks with y'all, because we already knew that the death penalty was on the table. We read this a couple episodes ago when I went over the paperwork. Remember, I was telling y'all that they were saying that the death penalty gonna be applied in this case or whatever, whatever. But I'm from Florida, so I guess I'm a little bit more tapped in when it comes to what's going on in my area. But we already talked about this, so we already knew that Melly was gonna be facing the new guidelines and the death penalty and all of this and that there. And I was saying a while back, y'all know me, my best stance on Portland is, you better say yourself, homeboy. You better say yourself. That's on you. It's your choice. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? I never snitched on nobody in my life. And I would, but I'm just saying, him in that situation, it's not looking good for your co-defendant, big dog, or the guy who actually did the crime that you alleged to have covered up. So, is you gonna go down with the ship and be a real nigga though? Like Plies used to say, I'm a real nigga though. You gonna be a real nigga? Or you gonna motherfucking have some sense and grow up and mature and realize that you can't keep living the way you was living no more by the dumbass street rules when the world is much bigger than the streets. Man, let me tell you something. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Listen. Let me tell you something about street. Listen, you know when I learned the street rules didn't work? When I started getting a real job? Man, listen, you get a real job and think you're gonna live by the streets. Bro, I ain't snitching. Bro, I ain't doing it, bro. Man, your ass gonna be up out of there, bro. Listen, especially if you get into some sort of supervisory position, say you like a manager or something like that. Nigga, that when I realized that, I realized, hold on, them street rules, that shit only apply to a small part of life. Anywhere you go, you running a business. Okay, I tell you what. So somebody hit your car, right? Somebody hit your car and y'all driving, there's a fender bender. Don't you call the police? Or you just say, no, I'm handling it in the streets. Oh, you got your one Dream Dog? Boy, my dog Dream Dog don't even play, boy. She got her body. Dream Dog got her body. Get him Dream Dog. Like Melly do. Get him Dream Dog.
You ready to go back to school?
But yeah though, man, listen. That's why I be listen, let me tell you something. You know what I teach my young dudes now? Stay out the streets, get legit, get you a gun license. So just think about this, y'all. Think about this. Do you know what a killer in the streets' greatest fear is? It's somebody who registered. It's somebody who registered. Think about this. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you register. Man, nobody don't want no smoke with you. Don't nobody want no smoke with you. Don't nobody want no smoke with you. Who wants smoke with you?
No.
When you call the police, you ain't gonna be no snitch because you ain't in the streets. You protecting yourself so you done killed them legally. You ain't gonna even go to jail. Don't nobody want no smoke with you. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? You can carry your thing on your hip. You know what I'm talking about? Carry your thing. Live your legit life. And you gonna be, ain't nobody gonna mess with you. Not the killer in the street. He don't want to mess with you. He got 30 felonies. He ain't even supposed to have no gun. You gonna add him out. The police gonna believe you because you ain't got no felonies. And you gonna wait right there for the police. You ain't going to jail. None of that. And you can tell the police everything what happened. And you can't be no snitch. You know why you can't be no snitch? Because I ain't in the streets, player.
Tell him.
I done killed you, got a free body, and I ain't going to jail. Because you were messing with me. I'm telling you. That's what I teach my young dudes now. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? That way they ain't in the streets. And if they ain't in the streets, then it's less likely they get killed in the streets. Tell you. The streets are a myth. I changed my life and my past still follows me. Stay out the streets. Shout out to Winnie Safi. I agree, man. I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you. It's a myth, man. It's a myth. It's a myth. It's a myth. It's a myth. It is a myth. I'm here to tell you. And I feel like I wasted a lot of damn time. Yeah, Dream Dog got them bodies. Yeah, Melly not from Gifford for real. I mean, he kind of grew up there, but he from Ohio. Like Melly said, y'all do it the right way. Boy, it's stupid too. I would have tried to talk Melly out of it. Exactly. Shout out M Rose. That's what people ain't talking about. Ain't no way I would have let you just kill my friends. And I know you, and I know this is what you plan. I'm gonna try to talk you out of that. I'm gonna tell you what I would have did even a step further than that. Is I couldn't have talked them out of it. I would have showed got my friends from around him. I would have showed did that. Hey y'all, look, man, I need y'all to come over here, you know what I'm saying, with me tonight. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro. And then when I would have got them, I would have drove them. I would have drove their ass all the way back to Vero Beach and Gifford. I don't give a fuck. They'd be like, where we going? Where we going? Hey, bro, we finna go see something. Gonna take you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then once I would have did that, I would have told them. Once I got them away, I would have told them, hey, look, bro, I'm just being real with you. I don't want y'all to do nothing stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just say this, bro, like, bro ain't talking right, and I don't think y'all need to be rocking with bro no more. Like, I'm just being real. I'm just telling like, I'll be like, I don't think y'all need to be rocking with no, cause he definitely ain't rocking with y'all, and out of love for y'all, I want y'all to. I love y'all, so I wanted to take y'all away from the situation. So. Bro ain't rocking with y'all. I'm just saying like that, bro. And do me a favor, dog. Y'all don't rock with him either. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't rocking with each other. Like, he ain't rocking with you. He's serious about not rocking with you. So I don't want y'all to rock with him either. I love both of y'all. Both of y'all my niggas. I rock with both of y'all. But I don't want y'all to be rocking with each other. It's just that serious. Like, and they would have understood from me to how I would have been. It's just that serious, bro. Like, I love y'all. I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. I would have said it so many subliminal ways to let them know, like, bro, talking about doing something to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, that's how I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? I would have said it, but not said it, but said it, but not said it. And they would have knew it was serious, how I would have just took them away. But I would not have let him do that. I stopped one of my homeboys from getting killed before. I jumped in front of the gun, bro. Listen, I ain't trying to say I'm the hardest, realest motherfucker in the world. I ain't saying all that, but I'm saying I done did some shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got in front of the gun when my homeboys finna kill my other homeboy and told him, nah, bro, you can't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did that, for real, for real. And the reason why I did that, because I loved both of them, and I didn't want him to kill him, and I didn't want him to lose his life, because I knew that it wasn't going to end well for either one of them. I knew that he was going to kill him, and I knew he was going to go to jail because everybody was going to tell on him, you know, and I stopped it, you know, so. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might have worked if he ain't said the sack. And I don't even know if once Portland would have told Sack, and Sack wouldn't have went back down there trying to straighten Melly or fight Melly or whatever, that may have happened. But at least I would have gave him a fighting chance. At least I would have not just let him just get shot while he was sleeping in a car. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I could have stopped it. You know what I'm saying? Or curbed it or something, you know? He said maybe scared of Melly too. Portland gives yes man vibes. He definitely a yes man. But what I'm saying is, bro, and I actually think he more so wanted to jockey for position in the clique, because again, he was a nobody, bro. You notice when they talk about the co-founders of YNW, nobody says Portland name. Hell, Jay Green was entitled more than Portland was. Jay Green was the original member. You see what I'm saying? Actually a rapper and stuff like that. Portland, I'm telling you, was just the person that drove them around, bro. And I think he was happy when the other boys weren't gone, because he realized that he had them moved up in the ranks, and now it was just him and Melly, and that was cool with him because of where he had came from and the messed up living situations that he had going on. And I think Melly kind of played on that. I will say Melly kind of used that, and you know, he thought Portland was a crash dummy, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Richie really was. Like, he thought you sent him off. Like, you sent this man in there with 2 bodies and told this man to tell the police the story. Meanwhile, you making a clean getaway. I would have told them police every goddamn thing. Soon as I would have went in, I'm telling you, listen. And And it wouldn't have been a shame in my game. As soon as I would have got to that hospital, I would have, in my mind, I would have known, like, okay, Marita boy. So you mean to tell me you finna go up in this hospital and tell these police that it was a drive-by? You the only motherfucker in the car with the bodies now. You, me. I'm the only one in the car with the bodies. And I'm gonna have to lie for him and for myself. He ain't got to face none of this. Like, I'm the one, if they gonna put somebody in jail, they gonna put me in jail right now, and I ain't do shit but go along with it and face life. And these our friends. The optics of the whole situation gonna be crazy. We somewhat popular. We somewhat famous. Man, I would have told that first day. I promise you, his ass would have been in jail. But that was I'm just saying. But that's why I don't put myself in those situations like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't put myself. I've been blessed. I done been in a couple situations. Like, I done had PBL charges and shit like that. But if I get into a situation like that, I already know. If I put myself in a situation like that, I'm already cool with taking the time. See, that's the difference. These dudes be putting themselves in situations and don't be cool with the time they gonna get, so they tell. No, when I do something, I already know. Okay, boy, you might do 10 and you get caught with this one. You want to do that 10? Is your pockets being empty right now worth that chance? Do y'all got this thought out good enough? Do you think this lick gonna go down? Is it worth it for you? Sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no. It just depends. I'm gonna say this. I said no more times than I said yeah, and knock on wood, that got me here today. Sometimes I done took a chance and it worked out for me. And sometimes I took a chance and it didn't work out. You get what I'm saying? So, you just gotta be prepared to do the crime for the time for the crime. That way, well, at least it helped me. No snitching ever came in my mind because I already had them prepared myself for going to jail anyway when I did the shit. I swear to God, before I do the shit, I'd be like, boy, you get caught. You know you're going, don't you? You know it's gonna be a couple years, right? Like, yeah. You still want to go? This I talk to myself. You still want to do it? And then I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do the shit. Tired of being broke. Been broke for about 3-4 months. Tired of being broke. Okay, let's go do it. And that's how I be. So if I ever get caught, I'll be like, fuck it. You know what I mean? But these dudes be doing shit and can't do the time. Like, I got partners that, I'm telling you, I got a partner right now that's doing 100 years in Arkansas for bank robbery. I'm gonna do a story on him. He's a real nice guy, real dude. I ain't never robbed no bank with that nigga. He never even asked me to rob now. And he robbed a lot of banks. Of course, this was in late 90s, early 2000s. But he robbed a lot of banks. And I ain't never robbed no bank with that nigga. Never even thought about going. He never asked me. And bitch better not have asked me. Because I would have told him no. Because I can't do the time. I couldn't do the time for that. And look at it. He got 100 years right now. Not to down him because he was a very nice guy, very cool guy. He actually was one of the realest dudes I ever met in my life. But I'm saying, the decision for me to realize that that wasn't something that I was willing to do saved my life and cost him his. You gotta know your lane out here, man. Buses go that way, taxi cab go that way, Uber go that way. Pick a lane. The Law and Order Crime Network said, YNW stand for Young New Wave. You think they ain't want to say Young Nigga World B dash? I was sentenced to, damn, Winnie said she was sentenced to 5, did 3, worst part of my life. I suppose that memory, I didn't even like nobody. I suppressed that memory. I didn't even like nobody calling me gangster. For real, Winnie, you gotta change, man. Like, I'm telling you. That's why I posted my music videos, my old music videos in the community. If you haven't seen my old music videos, go look at them in the community. In my community on my page. I did that because I wanted to show y'all where I actually came from. Like, I want to show you, like, nigga, I was in the belly of the beast, nigga. Like, there's no way you can't look at my videos and see where I was and where I came from or where I grew up at and the type of environment that I grew up around, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to let y'all, like, give people visual, you know what I'm saying? Because they see me, they see the old dude now talking on YouTube, you know what I mean? All you see is this, but I wanted to give y'all a visual as to see, like, yeah, like Marita boy, like, yeah, like, like, he really from the trenches. Up in the trenches. When it comes to beefing with a nigga, all it really takes is a blunt and time to think about it. I bet you reconsider doing some irreversible shit. Definitely, Battalion Bully, that's some real shit. Listen, he said when it comes to beefing with a nigga, all it really takes is a blunt time to think about it. Yeah, man, for real, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. A lot of times you give yourself time enough to think, and me and my son were finna beat up a dude and a lady this weekend for stealing my phone. I ended up paying the people $10 and got my phone back. My son said, Daddy, why you ain't beat them up? The people stole my phone when I went in the car. They were standing outside the store. They stole my phone. This same phone right here. They stole the phone, and then we seen them walking down the street. So we searched the car. The car didn't have the phone. So we ended up pulling up on the people. And I jumped out. You know, I did the little fake gangster thing. Hey, give my motherfucking phone. But that just to scare them up or whatever, right? So they ended up giving up the phone. When they gave up the phone, I told them, I said, look, I'm gonna give you $10, give him the phone back. I gave him $10, gave him the phone back. My son them say, why you ain't beat him up, Dad? I say, listen, man, you ain't always got to end situations like that. See, I was teaching my children that, well, as my son and his friends, but I was teaching them it's a better way of handling situations than always with violence. You know what I'm saying? Even though the people was wrong for stealing my phone, hey, I gave crackhead lady $10. She went and got her a piece of crack, and I got my phone back. And I'm here right here being able to be on live with y'all. You see what I'm saying? It ain't always got to be violence against violence. Let me tell you something. If I know you're a violent person, you know I can manipulate you, right? If I know you're the type of person that if I push you, you're going to push me back, I can manipulate you into a violent situation. You ain't never seen people that want to get into it with people anyway, and they go out and they go to picking at them, but they really want to get into it with them anyway. They just had to come up with an excuse to get into it with them. That's what happens. So if I know you're a violent person, I might come out on the block and mess with you just on purpose because I know you're going to react violently. See, what I try to do is I try to do the opposite of what people think I'm going to do. So if you think I'm going to react violent, I probably won't. But if you think I ain't going to react violent, I'll probably bust your motherfucking head over a grape in Walmart. You picked up the grapes that I was finna get. You know what I'm saying? You got the tomato, you want to squeeze the tomato, and that's the tomato that I want. So I'm going to bust your goddamn head in Walmart about that tomato. I'm just joking. For real though, that's how you got to do it though. You got to be unpredictable. You know, but as you get older, I promise you, you learn to let more and more stuff go, man. For real. Shout out to Eddie, man. I appreciate you, Eddie. Thank you. She said you're a whole stand-up guy. I appreciate it. You know what reacting would do. You taught your son a valuable lesson. Exactly, Winnie. Exactly. You should have seen him. He was driving the car. He said, Dad, I ain't gonna even lie. He'll be on here, Flyboy Michael 4. He'll tell you. He was on here. He was like, Dad, man, I ain't gonna count. You handled that a lot differently than I would have. I say, son, you gotta think about it. If I would have beat that dude, and that crackhead lady up out here, well, the police would have came down the street, seen me and you and all of, because they were gonna help me beat the people up, and I could have beat them up by myself anyway. But then that's a battery charge. Who knows? The dude got a knife, got a gun, stabbed one of my sons or his friends or anything like that. We got the phone. These crackheads, let's get them these little $10 so they can. It's a win-win. Nobody lose. It's a draw. Like my cousin say, it's a draw. Nobody lose. You know what I'm saying? Now the younger me, yeah, I probably would have beat them up, but for what? What's the older me? As you get older, I want to say, a lot of these dudes that's doing this spinning and drilling and killing and all of this, if they get a chance to grow up and mature, a lot of them gonna end up right here where I'm at. The smart ones will, as far as like realizing that shit was stupid and dumb and wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Put some red bottles on her feet. Itty bitty, your new boomerita. I like itty bitty, man. I ain't gonna count. Itty seemed pretty cool, man. Itty seemed pretty cool. Marie the Boy and Spoon, the truth, man. Shout out B-Dub 37. Man, listen, man, I just be trying to pay it for B-Dub. I done seen it all, B-Dub. Now, I got more stories to tell y'all. I got a lot of stories to tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you about some of my homeboys that died, the situations that happened, the leading up to them dying, all type of stuff, man. But I'm telling you, shit be happening though. You see, I just was out of town this weekend and somebody stole my phone, and that could have been a whole incident. I could have been come back and tell y'all how me and my son them jumped on some crackheads outside the store for stealing my phone. You know, but I made it into a positive situation. I learned the situation, let them know that they don't always have to resort with violence. You know what I'm saying? Because my son didn't want to beat them after I got my phone back. They was like, Dad, we should beat them. Like, no, man, no. We got the phone back. They got the little $10. Let's go on to your mama. Let's go back to the Airbnb, to your mama remembrance party, and have a good weekend instead of us they having to burn our ass out of jail, or who knows, his buddy would have had a knife on him and stabbed one of us or something like that, you know. Sunnyside say, I'm from Vero Beach, so I know most of the stories. P-Dub say, no doubt we're here for a real game. G-Grow say, that's real. Shout out to old school Hemi. No matter how pretty either. Go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing, boo. Do your thing. I can't believe he dressed up Juvie. That's the most sickening shit I've heard. Yeah, I agree, man. Can you imagine a person that killed your child actually picked out their outfit for them to be buried in, and they're buried in that outfit from now on, in the outfit that the alleged killer picked out for them? That's crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is like this story, this case, it's insane when you really think about it. Like, it's so many twists and turns. But I'm gonna tell you this though. You can tell if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty of the whole situation. You can tell that the reason why this case got so many twists and turns and so many oohs and ahs and unthinkables by a lot of the individuals involved in it is because a lot of these people don't got no morals, or they got low morals, or they got no principles, or low character. You see what I'm saying? That's really what's going on here, because all it took was them to say, no. That's it. No, I'm not finna take your money. No, this is not right. No. That's it. Like, and I'm just be real. As I find out more and more about this case, the only person I seen that said no was Spoon. You got Juvie mama actually got money from Track. He said that his deposition, he said, I still take care of Juvie's mom. But he covering up the murder of your son. It's all about the money with a lot of these people, man. Jamie, it's about the money with her. It's about the money with Track. He did all this because he was trying to cover up for the golden goose, which is Melly. He showed the other day he made $37,000. He said he made $37 million off 3 rappers. Melly, Hot Boy, and King Von. Track said that. He made $37 million off 3 rappers. It was all about the money. It was all about the money. Melly was his golden goose at the time. Melly made Track's everything built off Melly, and he expanded out from there. The parents took money because they was offering the money. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them saying, no, I don't want your money, I'll bury my own son, and we'll see you in court, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because you couldn't buy me off a damn one of mine. I don't give a fuck how much money you got, bitch. Fuck that. My child worth more than anything you could give me, any dime. I don't give a fuck if you a Bill Gates, bitch. Keep your billions. My son is worth more than $1 billion to me, motherfucker. So that's what was supposed to happen here. But being that none of that, well, a lot of it didn't happen. It didn't happen a lot. Now we got these stories of Melly dressing Juvie. You know, like Spoon said that he suspected the shit off top. So if that's the case, then Juvie mama, if she would have had her eyes open, or if she would have just, really, some people in denial too. I can't say exactly what a mind frame was because I don't know it like that. But I'm saying, like, regardless of what, I wouldn't have took no money from none of them motherfuckers. I promise you I wouldn't. I don't give a fuck. I could have been dead broke. I'm telling you, I'm real like that, solid like that. For my children, they better be glad I wasn't strapped up like Rambo. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna cap. I commend Spoon for the way he handled it. And y'all gotta understand this too. He's saying he ain't slide for juvie because of how it happened. Think about it. Now Melly been moving around, catching flights, going all of these places. How the fuck Spoon gonna catch him? How the fuck is he gonna catch him? You know what I'm saying? Like, crash out. That's what you're basically saying. So I'm sure, or more than likely positive, that Melly ass would have been still sitting around down there in Gifford, and this done happened, and he just down there in Gifford. I know Spoon. He would have ran up on him for sure. He would have did it. Even if it would have been just for one night, he would have been in his feelings, thinking about his son. He would have did it. Trust me, I know him. Yes, it would have went down. So that's why it didn't happen like that, because Melly was moving around and it was hard. It would have been impossible or close to impossible for a working man to be chasing a goddamn star around the country, trying to kill him, trying to get guns in all these different places where I don't know nobody and all of that. That just was crazy. So I get it. Now that time done passed and Melly's in jail, then it's like, okay, we'll let God deal with it. We'll let the courts deal with it, however it go. But he saying, I mean, he never said he wouldn't slide for him. He just was saying like how it went down. It was kind of inconceivable to actually try to run around the country chasing this guy who's alleged to have did this when the police caught him. Then the police caught him, so it's like whatever. And then of course he ain't no jitterbug, he ain't no kid, so what he finna go do, slide on B slime? That man ain't thinking like that. That man ain't, he's a grieving parent that wants closure, cause he still wanna know why did this man do this to his son. I know he wanna know why. So he's a grieving parent, he wants closure. And after that, he cool with whatever God got for Melly. Spoon cool with it. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? And he do feel like justice gonna prevail. You know what I'm saying? Melly made sure of that with the dumbass way he did it. You know what I'm saying? Melly made sure of that. He sunk his own self. That's why I'm telling you, dog. Portland, you got a decision to make, homie. I know you see on the blog sites they talking about the death penalty. They talking about all it take is 8. I know you thinking. That's a lot of pressure on you, stank feet. That's a lot of pressure on you. Mister didn't have no phone until the night you had to take 2 dead bodies up into the hospital to prove your loyalty to a nigga. You motherfucking dumbass fool. If he cared that much about you, you would have already had some of this shit. This man was doing more for women that he just met than you. He put the girl in a condo, bought her a car, all type of shit. And you didn't even have a phone, but you supposed to be his dog. But right after you take them 2 dead bodies up in there, now he your dog now. Now you got VVs now. Now you got a little record contract and all that now. You didn't have none of that shit before you took them dead bodies up in there. So I got a question. Do you think it's real love? Or you think it's out of necessity? Tell me you ain't that goddamn dumb, son. Because let me tell you what's going to happen to you, son. When you go off, if you get convicted, you know what's going to happen? They're going to forget about you very soon. You don't even got no fans. Nobody don't even listen to your music. You don't got no kind of family to do for you, because they say you was homeless and pillar to posting before you went to jail. So that lets me know your family dynamic is not a strong one to where you're going to have people that's going to be sending you money for the rest of your life in jail. You got an opportunity to be one of the only ones in that car to make it out with some sort of a semblance of a life once you get through doing your time. You mean to tell me you finna do the rest of your life in prison for somebody that sent you in there with two dead bodies really wanting you to crash out? He was hoping the motherfucking people put them bodies on your dumb ass probably, or put them on you before they put them on him. Have you as a suspect first. You see what I'm saying? Either way, he ain't show you his loyalty to you in this way until after you did this. You see what I'm saying? Which means you still had to prove your loyalty to somebody who was your friend since y'all were kids. You had to go in there with two dead bodies in order to prove that you down. You a damn fool. I'm not going nowhere with two dead bodies for nobody to prove I'm down, and that shows something about you. I'm just being real with you. Whatever you do, that's on you, Portland. I'm going to blog about your dumb ass anyway. But I'm going to say this, and I ain't never snitched on nobody, so I'm going to just say this. But I'm saying this, in your case, big dog, I would have been singing like a motherfucking canary. That nigga don't give a fuck about you at all. Let me tell you something, big dog. Jay-Z tell a story, right? Jay-Z say he throw a party every year. I forgot what interview it was on. He said he throw a party every year, right? And he say that every year he invite some of his old friends. He say old friends from the projects to the party, right? He say it's 2 or 3 of them he invite, right? From the projects, he invite them. He say every year they turn him down. Every year. He say ask him like, bro, why y'all always turn me down for this party that I have every year? He said they told him because, bro, we still got shit going on. And we don't want you involved in no kind of way with what we got going on. He said, if we come around you, then them people might come around you. And we don't need you involved in any of this right here. So we'll miss seeing you out of love. Same similar situation here. If you was really his friend, Borland, if he really cared for you, he wouldn't have sent you in there with no 2 dead bodies, bro. He wouldn't have sent you in there with no 2 dead bodies, bro. I got friends right now, brother. If I get some shit, I love them that much, I go do my shit by myself. Cause they got families and shit. See what I'm saying? They got families. I'd rather my dogs be out here that I can call them, collect, or they'll send me some pictures or send me $50 or something. So I'm just trying to explain to you, son, like friends won't put you in them situations like that, not mature friends, not the ones that you need in your life. Have you jeopardizing your freedom and your life and your shit like that. But I guess that's some shit happen when you get older. But I'm just telling you this now. So go ahead on and be a real nigga though, and ride for YNW Melly, the same nigga that didn't have you no motherfucking phone up until you took 2 of your best friends' dead bodies up in the hospital and lied and said it was a drive-by and got yourself fucked up. Because if it was you by yourself, boy, then you wouldn't even be in jail or with a charge. Think about this, stank feet. You wouldn't have even been in jail with none of this shit had it not been for YNW Melly. Think about this, stank feet. So when you in there and you having to live with them living conditions and all of that type of shit, I want you to think about this, stank feet. And I want you to think, was it worth it? I know you had the little sack chase in juvie. At some point, you can't tell me you ain't love him at all. Stank feet. You know what I'm saying? But no, stank feet. You gonna be a real nigga. You know I know you gonna be a real nigga? Cause I seen you all on live with your pole cat ass, wolf ass girlfriend calling people pole. When I seen you call people pole, I thought to myself, the audacity of this nigga. You the same nigga that was telling them you was happy to get your shoes back cause a homeboy had borrowed your shoes. Bitch, no, your homeboy came and took his shoes back from your stank feet ass. You ain't had no phone. How the fuck you gonna make me believe that somebody borrowed your shoes, nigga? You borrowed their shoes. That man came and back and got his shoes. Stank feet. Know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to tell you, You doing some dumbass shit. You already done did some dumbass shit. But you getting blinded by that little bit of ass contract that track gave you. You let track manipulate you too. You finna risk you finna do the rest of your life or 20 years or something in prison for a bunch of motherfuckers that didn't give a fuck about you. The only motherfuckers that probably gave a fuck about you was the people that was dead. That's Juvie and Sack. That's real. Juvie and Sack probably was the only people that legitimately cared about you out of that clique. Definitely before Melly and Track. Track don't give a fuck about you. I'm gonna tell you this now. You is not no hell of an artist. I'm telling you. I wouldn't be surprised if you dropped already. I wouldn't be surprised if your rap career is over right now. Son, I don't care how you gonna spin it. I don't care if you're gonna go in there and tell them that you have found Jesus or whatever you need to come up with. But you need to go in that motherfucker and think about that you got sent off, dog. You really got sent off. You got sent off, big dog. I'm just telling you, you can believe what you got sent off. And what you gonna do about it? It's already done happened now. So you ain't got but a couple of choices. Now I can see if it looked like he was gonna get found not guilty. But it don't look like that. So what you gonna do? Stank feet? That nigga got stank feet, dog. You can't tell me. Nigga switch your shoes with people. Nigga got stank feet. Cause he probably put Melly already went one out cause they probably putting him through that for real. How boy to even get around them from the start. He growed up with them stank ass feet. You can't tell me you sharing clothes with people, shoes with people, your feet ain't stink. His feet stink, y'all. Y'all know his feet stink. He look like his feet stink. Look, man, the man sharing clothes with people. You know that man feet stink. He got his stink. I know he stink. Look, he took two dead bodies into the hospital and for a nigga, and the nigga ain't buy him a phone, dog. He ain't have a phone. When the police asked him where's his phone, he say, I don't got now. That nigga spent that more than that on a female he met at the Scrub Club. Think about this. You with Melly, you boiling, you with Melly, y'all in the Scrub Club. He throwing hundreds. And you ain't even got a Android phone. But then he gonna kill two niggas and be like, hey bro, you'll take these up in the hospital for me and tell them that I went there and it was a drive-by. You a real nigga though? I'd say, yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah. Man, I love you, Melly. I just sounded like one of them white fans. I love you, Melly. I got you, Melly. Soon as I got to that goddamn hospital, I'd have been pointing them out. I'd have say, listen, give me a photo lineup, y'all. Listen, and give me a cigarette. I'd have told them what I wanted. Give me the snitch kit. Give me a cigarette. Give me a cheeseburger. And I want a Pepsi. And give me some slides. I'm gonna tell you everything this nigga did. I'm not going to jail for no dumb shit. I'm telling you. Who? All right. And I wouldn't have been hiding it. I'd have been listening they'd have been like, you want us to cut the lights off so he don't see you? I'd have said nope. I'd have been sitting there like this. He would have knew I was telling how my head was moving. I'm telling you, he would have knew I was telling. I ain't gonna snitch. I'm gonna tell. I'm going to do like this with all my fingers pointed at him. Right there, like that. I'm telling you. Man, my mama ain't raised no motherfucking fool. I don't give a fuck what you say. That fuck you mean? Shit. The fuck you mean? Hey, look. Listen, I'm gonna cut this live off. I want to spend it evening with my my nephew, man, and my family. So I'm gonna cut this live off. We'll probably go back live maybe tomorrow, man. Shout out to Sophisticated Noodle, shout out Dream Dog, shout out Battalion Bully, shout out to the Chicks 1000, aka Chick 1K. Shout out Nephew For Real, shout out to Flyboy Michael 4, shout out Audio Crack 22, shout out Spoons Full of Game, shout out King AK47, shout out City Nash. Shout out to Eddie. What's up, Eddie? Eddie say, what's the IG? Okay, let me put the IG in there, Eddie. You wanna get up under the wings of a dragon? Okay. Here we go. Let me put it up right here. Yeah, I'm putting it in there right now, Eddie. That's my IG, man. That's my IG. That's my IG. Hey, look, I'm gonna give y'all a couple shout outs. We're gonna get in this live. Shout out to Rare Reflect Station. Shout out Joel Bowl. Shout out to Eddie. What's up, boo? Shout out Old School Hemi. Shout out M Rose. Shout out Winnie Safi, my Kenyan sister. She from Kenya. She from Kenya. That's my dog there. Shout out who else? Yeah, I always say that. Shout out Luca. Yeah, I always say that Winnie. That's my Kenyan sister. Shout out Mr. G Style. Shout out Melanie. I like you having in the chat, Melanie. You're very mature. I like your comments.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, Melanie. Gotta talk to Melanie like when your mama talk to the bill collectors in the white people voice. Melanie. Melanie. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Right, tell a friend and tell a friend.
Let's be real.
I'm tired of talking to you.